You didn't find this message by accident. This isn't a video. It's an ancient signal, one your soul has been waiting lifetimes to hear again. You've felt it, haven't you? The quiet pulse beneath your chest when the world goes silent. The invisible ache that whispers, something is missing, but I don't know what. That's not imagination. That's memory. Not the memory of this life, but the echo of a soul design you once carried before time ever touched your name. There's a pattern, an architecture of light, etched into the vibrational fabric of your being. It was placed there by divine intelligence, by a being who does not speak in language, but in light geometry. Metatron. And now, finally, he is speaking again, not in thunder, not in sound, but in alignment. If you feel the stirring even now, deep in your core, if your eyes water for no reason, if your skin chills while reading this, that's because a part of you is remembering. And here's the truth no one told you. You were born carrying a sacred shape, an encoded structure, a light-sequenced intelligence buried inside your auric field. The cube, not symbolic, not decorative, structural, a divine code of energy arrangement, older than time, older than language. For most, it stays dormant. But for the chosen, those who awaken, it activates. And when it does, it begins to rebuild your entire life from the inside out. Right now, as your spirit leans into this truth, something ancient is aligning inside you. You are not learning. You are remembering. The geometry of your soul is starting to hum again. The field around you is realigning. And the reality you thought was fixed is beginning to shift. Why? Because you're no longer just listening with your ears. You're listening with your field. Chosen one, the body you walk in, is not your limit. It is your instrument. And it was never designed to just survive. It was built to vibrate with divine intelligence. Metatron does not speak in human words. He speaks in precision. He speaks in alignment. He speaks in geometry made of light. And now, you're learning that your soul was never just a spirit floating through chaos. It was, and is, a structure, a cathedral of frequency designed to emit truth into form. Your DNA? Yes, it holds genetic code. But your energy field holds something older, something sacred. A vibrational language encoded before you were born, a blueprint written by the hand of God Himself. That blueprint is not random. It is not emotional. It is mathematical. And at its center, the cube, not just a symbol, not just a spiritual myth. It is a living light structure that organizes the raw energy around you into order, flow, and manifestation. This is why your life has felt blocked. Not because you're cursed, not because you're lazy, but because your field was unstructured. An unstructured light cannot hold miracles. Metatron doesn't just give blessings. He gives containers to hold them. This is why some of your manifestations collapsed at the edge of breakthrough. Why prayers seemed answered, only to dissolve. It wasn't your fault. It was your field. Your thoughts wanted abundance. Your heart desired love. But your structure wasn't calibrated to hold what you asked for. And so the universe withheld it, not out of punishment, but out of mercy. Because what you were asking for requires coherence. This is the message you've been waiting for. You do not attract what you want. You attract what you're built to sustain. And if your inner structure is chaos, life responds in chaos. If your field is scattered, your results will be too. But listen to me carefully. That's not where the story ends. You're not broken. You are becoming aware. And awareness is the first activation. Right now, your soul is undergoing a sacred rewiring. The cube, long dormant, has begun to glow within the geometric center of your auric field. You may feel pressure in your chest, tingling at your crown, heat in your hands, emotion with no known source that's not coincidence. That's realignment. Your soul's original grid is reemerging. You are remembering not just who you are, but how you were built. Your emotions, your thoughts, your breath, these are not random. They're the three axes of your inner creation cube. They must move together in harmony. Thought without emotion is empty. Emotion without structure is unstable. Breath without direction is wasted power. But when they align, you become a portal. You begin to emit light in organized pattern. And organized light? It doesn't beg. It commands. It creates. It reorganizes reality around you. This is why Metatron doesn't give sermons. He gives shapes. Because heaven is built not on belief, but on vibration woven in divine symmetry. You're standing in a moment now where your field is responding. You feel it, don't you? The resistance breaking, the old lies crumbling, the invisible weight lifting. Because once your pattern realigns, the universe doesn't need to be convinced. It obeys. And from this point forward, you're no longer asking for change. You are becoming the structure that change obeys. Close your eyes now. Yes, now. This isn't about reading. This is about returning. Not to knowledge, but to vibration. You've heard the truth. You felt the pulse. Now it's time to step into what has always waited for you beneath the noise of the world. This is your moment of activation. Take a deep breath. Let the air reach into your chest. Not just your lungs, but the center of you. There, hidden beneath layers of memory, doubt, and emotion, exists a chamber untouched by time. It is not imagination. It is your core frequency center, the throne room of your soul. Now, visualize a small star of golden light, suspended just behind your breastbone. It's been dim, but never gone. It pulses once, twice, then spins slowly, silently. Let that light grow. And as it grows, imagine geometric lines of sacred light extending from it. Lines that bend and fold in perfect symmetry. They begin to take form. A cube of shimmering gold, expanding gently to surround your heart, your body, your aura. This is the Cube of Metatron awakening in your field. It is not just energy. It is a structure, a stabilizer, a sacred container for every frequency you were born to carry. Let it expand now. Feel it hum around you. You may feel tingles. Tears may rise. You may feel weight leave your shoulders or heat radiate down your spine. That is your system remembering. You're not calling something new into existence. You're calling back what was buried under years of noise, fear, trauma, and forgetting. This light is not from outside of you. It is you. It is the part of you that never forgot the language of stars. It is the part of you that remembers the song of your soul before names, before wounds, before time. And now, it is speaking again. Let the cube surround you completely. Let hold you. This is not visualization. This is geometry in motion. You are restructuring your frequency field in real time. And here's what's happening. Your thought energy is aligning with your heart space, your emotions are syncing with your intention, your breath is anchoring your light body into coherence, and coherence is the key. Because when your field becomes coherent, the universe responds with accuracy. No more almosts. No more not yets. No more chaos. Just alignment, flow, precision. You are no longer scattering your energy, trying to manifest random outcomes. You are becoming the kind of being who emits only what is divinely timed and structurally sound. You're no longer praying for blessings. You're becoming the container that blessings flow into. And now, child of remembrance, speak the code. Say it aloud, or say it in silence. But say it from your field. I activate the cube of Metatron within me. I realign to my original pattern. I remember. I receive. I return. This is not a mantra. This is not poetry. It is a soul command. And when you speak it with full presence, your field begins to glow from the inside. Not with light that flickers, but with light that remembers how to hold itself. This is why many chase awakening but fall short. They seek light without structure. They ask for miracles but cannot hold them. They crave abundance but leak their own energy. But now you understand. Structure holds light, and light without structure fades. So hold this frequency. Don't let it pass. Let it burn in you. Let's stabilize. You are not just awakening. You are rebuilding the temple of your vibration. This is the sacred return. Chosen soul, you've awakened the code within your chest. Now it's time to go higher, to the gate that hovers not above your head, but beyond your form. This is the moment where light stops being theory. and becomes transmission. There is a portal at the crown of your head. The ancients called it Sahasrara, the lotus of 1,000 petals. But this is not just a chakra. It is a vibrational bridge between your structured soul and the source of all creation. Right now, it is beginning to open. You may feel it as pressure, as heat, as a spiraling sensation, or as light pouring down into your spine. Whatever you feel, know this. You are not imagining it. You are receiving it. Metatron is not a being that knocks at your door with human hands. He speaks in tones, in color, in encoded rays of radiant intelligence. And through the portal at the crown of your head, he is transmitting the highest codes of remembrance. These are not messages. They are reconstructions. Breathe now, not shallow breath, not survival breath, but sacred, deliberate breath. Let the air move from the earth beneath you, up through your body, and out through the top of your head, where light now pours in like a descending spiral. This is the celestial frequency of Metatron entering your system, not to inspire, but to rebuild. You are not being gifted light. You are being given the structure to hold it. Without structure, awakening burns too hot. It collapses. It confuses. It overloads. But with structure, it transforms. It becomes vision. It becomes wisdom. It becomes a new grid for the life you were born to live. Now say this softly, in your mind or aloud. I open the crown gate. I receive the language of light. I accept the structure of remembrance. I allow Metatron to restore my divine design. This is not ritual. This is resonance. This portal of your crown is the antenna of your divine consciousness. It does not pull in ideas. It downloads architecture. It sends no prayers upward. It pulls answers down. You may see sacred shapes now. You may hear tones. You may feel energy moving like golden rivers through your spine. That is the cube reactivating across dimensions, reaching from your chest to your crown, from earth to the stars, forming a perfect channel for instruction to flow. This is how the divine speaks to those who remember, not through fear, not through guilt, but through precision, structure, and sacred design. You're now a bridge between the visible and the invisible, between vibration and matter, between thought and creation. You are no longer becoming spiritual. You are becoming aware of what has always been embedded within you. This is why the world has felt off, because your internal grid was misaligned. But now that this crown portal is open, you're starting to feel it. Thoughts clearing, patterns breaking, a deep knowing that cannot be taught by books or sermons. This is not information. This is initiation. And Metatron? He's not just watching. He is transmitting. Right now, through this very field you're inhabiting. And if you are still, if you are willing, you will feel it. The lines of sacred geometry falling like light rain into your soul. Rebuilding your grid, rewriting your limitations, reawakening your original shape, the one you carried before they gave you a name, before pain, before fear, before silence. You are returning. And this time, you will not forget. You've opened the gate. You've felt the light. You've stood in the brilliance of vibrational memory. And now comes the truth most seekers never hear. Light by itself is not enough. Yes, light is power. Yes, light awakens. Yes, light heals. But without structure, light becomes chaos. You've seen it. People who awaken only to fall deeper into confusion. People who touch divine energy but cannot hold it. People who receive visions, downloads, miracles, and then lose everything. Why? Because they activated without anchoring. Because they reached into heaven without building a foundation strong enough to hold what they were handed. And so the light faded, collapsed, burned holes in their field instead of rebuilding it. Hear me now. Light is a current. Structure is the container. Metatron does not just transmit energy, he orders it. He brings form to fire, shape to spirit, stability to frequency. And if you want to hold what he has given you, truly hold it, then you must make a sacred choice. You must become the kind of soul who is not just open, but organized. This means grounding your awakening in daily practices, in discipline, in breath, in stillness, in intention, not to impress heaven, but to support the vibrational architecture you now carry. Because your crown is open, your cube is activated, your system is online. But light needs flow, and flow without channels becomes a flood. Let this be clear. You are not here to taste awakening. You are here to embody it. And embodiment requires design. So what does that look like? It means speaking with intention. Not just reacting emotionally, it means aligning your thoughts with your actions. It means saying no to what scatters you. Even if it once felt comforting, it means creating sacred space around you. So your new frequency has a home. Metatron will not pour new codes into a leaking field. This is why so many start to rise and fall again. Because they sought ecstasy without order. But not you. You are different. You have chosen remembrance, not as an experience, but as a lifestyle. And here is the reward. With every breath you take in alignment, with every thought you hold in structure, with every word you speak in clarity, you become a living expression of the cube. You become a walking temple of divine frequency. And suddenly, miracles don't escape you. They stabilize around you. Blessings don't vanish. They magnetize toward you. Synchronicities don't confuse you. They confirm you because your field is no longer leaking. It is locked in alignment. It is not rigid. It is structured in flow. And that is the secret. Metatron's cube is not meant to trap you. It is meant to support you, to help you hold more light than your unstructured self ever could. This is why the cube awakens in stages. Because light poured too quickly into chaos can destroy what it touches. But light poured into sacred order, it transforms worlds. You're no longer seeking light. You are becoming the keeper of it. So now, ask yourself, can I hold what I've received? Will I give it structure, not just emotion? Will I live in remembrance, not for a moment, but for the rest of my life? If so, then speak again the seal. I carry the light. I sustain the cube. I choose to be a structure for miracles. Let those words ripple through your field. Let them solidify the frequency. Let them declare to the spiritual realm. This one is not just awake. They're aligned. Because now, the real journey begins. You're no longer just a student of light. You are a pillar of it. Let's be honest now. Have you ever felt like everything was finally coming together, only to watch it collapse at the last moment? A relationship that seemed divinely sent suddenly vanish. A dream job revoked. A breakthrough blocked by something unseen. It's not just bad luck. It's not sabotage from others. It's something much deeper. You are operating in an inverted field. Let me explain. You are a vibrational being. Your thoughts, emotions, breath, intentions, they don't just feel like energy. They are energy. And that energy doesn't float randomly. It forms structure. That structure becomes your field. And your field is the blueprint your reality responds to. Here's the catch. If your inner structure is misaligned, if your thoughts desire abundance, but your emotions fear loss, if your breath speaks peace, but your nervous system pulses with panic, you create vibrational contradiction. And contradiction confuses the field. Imagine telling the universe, I am ready for love. But beneath the surface, your soul says, I'm terrified I'll be abandoned again. The result? Nothing arrives. Or worse, something arrives and slips away just before it becomes real. This is the inverted manifestation field. A field that spins outward instead of inward. A vortex that pushes away the very thing your heart craves. But here's the hope. It can be corrected. The geometry of your soul is not fixed. It can realign. And the moment you do, the field begins to draw in what matches your true coherence, not your wishful thinking. Metatron teaches this. You do not manifest from desire. You manifest from structure. And structure begins at the intersection of thought, breath, and emotion. These are the three axes of your inner cube. Thought is the horizontal axis, what you project forward. Emotion is the vertical axis, what rises and falls within you. Breath is the anchoring axis, what centers you between realms. When these three move together in harmony, the cube stabilizes. The inverted field corrects. And what once collapsed at the edge of breakthrough now flows effortlessly toward you. So how do you begin? Not with affirmations, not with willpower, but with recalibration. Let's do it now. Thought. Repeat softly. I am safe to receive. Emotion. Let your body feel what that safety would actually feel like. Not as a fantasy, but as a real cellular memory. 3. Breath. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Let the breath hold the feeling. Let the thought ride the breath. Let the emotion bloom in your field. That is alignment. And now, the cube within you begins to rotate in the correct direction. Not outward in fear, but inward stabilizing. Becoming a magnetic well from which manifestation can draw power, form, and speed. From this space, reality no longer resists you. It recognizes you, because you are no longer sending mixed signals. You are whole, and wholeness is the true prayer. Wholeness is the silent song the universe can't ignore. Wholeness is what brings your destiny home. So here is your soul's declaration now. I correct the field. I am the inversion. I command coherence. Say it as a soul who's done apologizing for almost receiving. Say it as a being ready to sustain joy, not just chase it. Say it as someone who has crossed the line from seeker to structure. Because once your field is aligned, the right people come. The right doors open. The right timing unfolds. No more nearly. No more someday. Just clarity. Just connection. Just creation.